Everyone talks about $1 million homes like they're all the same. They are not. $1 million in Vancouver can buy you a house, mind you, not a very nice house. It could buy you a luxury condo, or it can buy you something that looks like neither of those. So let's break it down. Today I'm going to take you through 5 properties that all sold for $1 million or close to $995 to $1 million. So you can see what money actually buys you in Vancouver. So let's just jump into it right now. We're gonna kick things off with Wall Street, 2318 Wall Street. Now, this is a house that sold for $1 million in October of 2025. So you can expect that all these properties I'm showing you, 2026, you're gonna get them for about the same money, maybe even a little less. This house is on a smaller lot. It is a very old house, mind you, but the lot itself is 25 feet by 105 feet. So it's 25 wide, 105 deep. So quite a small lot here. It is on a RM3A property or zoning. So we're going to get into what that means a little bit later. The house itself, built in 1910. So what you're doing here really is you're buying land. You need to expect repairs. Myself, I wouldn't want to buy a house that was over 100 years old. I did a video on why I don't think you should buy, or anyway, on houses I don't think you should buy, and houses that are over 100 million or 100 years old are included in that. So I have a little card up here. You can click on that to see that video on what houses you should not buy. Anyway, coming back to this, you got to know that long term you're going to have some repairs here, even probably in the short term. I always think it's important to see where these are. Now, this is in East Vancouver in the Hastings area. Now, this is actually not a bad little spot. You're going to have a water view here. You do have some industrial trains going by, but for the money, for $1 million for a house with a view, and 1,625 square feet, like, there's not a lot more you can ask. So let me tell you more about this one. You're gonna get freedom from strata restrictions. You know what, let's just jump into the pictures and I'll tell you about that stuff while we go. So here's the house on the outside. I can zoom in and post, I suppose. We're looking at this house. It's a very small house on a small lot. Like I said, you do have a bit of a view. You're on the high side of the street, though. You are looking at some power lines too. It's a slower street. The area, not the worst, not the best. I wouldn't mind living in that area myself, for what that's worth. I think it's a little bit of a cooler hipster kind of area. The house itself, right? Very old kitchen. What else we got? I mean, but when you start renovating something like this, like, I'm sure you're just going to run into more and more problems as you go along. Here's like a bathtub that's meant for somebody with some mobility issues. And clearly the walls need to be painted and the floor has, wow. Like I said, you are buying for land here and not much else. I'm without words because I don't know how to put this in my like salesman-y language here. I could clean this up and make this a decent little backyard. I'm sure of it. But you're sitting next to this big structure. What you're getting here, right, is freedom from strata, but you are getting the liabilities of those repairs, and you're getting a higher property tax bill for owning a house, right? You're getting the land, but you're getting the $6,890 a year, which I imagine that's going to be more in the year ahead. So what you could do with this property, I mean, you might think about redeveloping it in the long term, but since it's such a small lot, you're limited in what you can do there. What you could do on this piece of land is you maybe build a 3-story house with a basement suite. Maybe, I have to look a little closer, maybe you could build a laneway in here. I'm not sure. It's kind of in a weird little thing on the edge. We did see a driveway off the back, but I mean, you're right on this little corner almost. So what I would think is a better function for this is maybe a land assembly with these 3 houses. And then at least you could build, I don't know, multiplex, maybe a few townhomes, probably not an apartment building on something that small. That would be worth looking into more closely. So what you're getting here for this 2-bed, 1.5 bath house for $1 million is max land, max risk, right? So let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have something completely different. Here we have a townhouse on Knight Street. Now this is a 2017 build, also sold for $1 million, and it sold in November of 2025. This one, 1,241 square feet, built over 3 stories. You got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, pretty standard like townhome style here. What's nice is you've got a single garage as well, and you have air conditioning. You got a lot of other good things here too, like smart home features. We'll list those off here in the bottom here. What do we got? We've got alarm, thermostat, lightings, window coverings, fireplace, newly installed air conditioning, flexible floor plan, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so you've got some good stuff in here, and I believe you got some luxury finishes. So let's take a quick look through this property and see what it actually looks like. Looks nice from the back. Nice little dining area with a view out to some trees. That's a decent living room. Yeah, this is like a pretty standard townhome floor plan. That's interesting. I don't know what to think of that. Okay, nice paneled fridge, island, nice light fixtures, quartz counter, big island. Like this is more like a Langley style townhome if you want my honest opinion. Like for the size, I guess Langley would be a little bit bigger still. You're looking out over at the other units from the back. Aircon vaulted ceilings on the top, ensuite bathroom. That's a little funky. Okay for a kid, I suppose, with that restricted headspace ceiling. Right, this is definitely like a kid's room. So maybe great for a couple with one kid. And it's got really nice finishes for all that. And a nice quiet off the back or traffic restricted. So here, like it even looks cute from the front. Floor plan, kitchen, bedroom, garage underneath. Okay, so your bedrooms are on the same level. You're sharing that bathroom. No bathroom on this level. Are you sharing this one? Where's the... And then there's a bathroom on the lower garage level for your guests, I suppose. So your family, people living in the house are going to use this one on the second floor. You got a powder room, and a shower actually on the garage level. So it's too bad you can't have that one on that bathroom on the main floor, but it is what it is. Here's the catch with this one, right? It's got lots of good stuff on it, but you are on a heck of a busy street here. Knight Street is a hugely busy arterial. It is also like a truck route. So personally, I wouldn't want to live on Knight Street. Obviously somebody did, and they thought for that price, why not? So right for the right people who maybe aren't noise sensitive. Okay, moving along, let's see what else we've got here. So once we cross into Vancouver on the west side, we are leaving any conversation of land ownership behind, and we're moving into things that are strata. We're trading size for the location premium, and maybe like amenities and the quality of a concrete structure. So let's get into it with Parkview Gardens. This is 212 Davie Street, number 303. Let's just jump off and show you where we are, because this is a pretty darn good location, right? You've got the seawall here. You've got like urban fare and probably like right about here, coffee shops, lots of good stuff. I mean, Pacific's busier, but I mean, it's downtown living. What do you want? and you're close to the SkyTrain. So it's quite a good location. I would like to live in such a location myself. I'd be okay with it, depending on, I don't know, I'd have to get in there and see the noise factor. So this one, let's jump in here. 1,200 square feet, all on one level. Premium, well, not premium, but good location. Built in 1995, so it is 30 years old. We have a renovation done in 2013, so it's not an original condition. It's a 2-bedroom, and it has a den or an office, so it was quite a decent size, 8 by 8 by 7 by 6, or 8 foot 8 inches by 7 feet 6 inches. And we have what is the strata fee here? $676. That is not bad. And this one sold for $995,000, which gives us a price per square foot of $829, which for a downtown location or a Yaletown location, like, that's pretty low. That's a good price per square foot. And the strata fees aren't too bad for 1,200 square feet. I'd even say they're good. So what's nice out too is they include heat. That's your hot water baseboards, and you have and your hot water is included in that maintenance fee. Cautionary thing about it being 30 years old is, we're at the end of life of a lot of building components here. So I would expect in the years ahead, particularly 35 to 40 years old, you would probably have some special levies, which is what we might call a cash call. You're going to have to pay some money to do some repairs on the building, I would guess. I haven't read the strata documents for this building. We got a pool, gym, and a hot tub, I saw, right? Pool, sauna, steam, hot tub, exercise center equals gym. Let's see what it looks like. Right. Decent amount. Like, it's great space, and you're looking there over the Roundhouse Community Center. You've got a nice open layout. Everything looks clean. It looks like it's been painted at some point not too long ago. Good light coming in there because we are, I imagine, south facing. What can I tell you? Big, open, funky artwork, but it makes the place pop. Nice space for a dining table. Even got some breakfast bar seating. It's a nice renovation. What's that? Some storage under the counter. Don't love the track lighting, but I could live with it. Kitchen's nice, super nice. Lots of counter space. Undermount sink pot lights to give you extra light even. Good looking appliances. I didn't see the brand. Here's your office den. That's a nice little workspace, to be honest. You're looking right over the trees and over to the roundhouse. Good open bedroom. This is a nice place. And for $995,000 to get 1,200 square feet, this would probably be my pick. Maybe you're just a bit close to the roadway. I think that might be a factor here. There's your pool, right? You're probably pretty close to Pacific Boulevard. And then you got all the amenities of Yaletown, which are fantastic, right? So that is a really sweet place for the money. I'm almost tempted to say that's one would be my pick if I was buying one of these 5. So moving on to the next one, we have a much more premium location, 1005 Beach Avenue. This is the Alvar. This is in the west end of Vancouver, number 805. So now we're higher up off the ground, and you got an ocean view, as you can see. We'll get into that. Let's just show you on the map where it is, because it's dramatically smaller than that last one at 872 square feet, but you got this premium waterfront location, right? That is the aquatic center. So you know what? Maybe the catch here is this is getting rebuilt, and you're going to have to live with the redevelopment and reconstruction of this, rebuilding of this Vancouver Aquatic Center over the stretch of years. But I mean, you got Sunset Beach right there. Um, yeah, the seawall, a lot, not so much retail around here. It's a bit of a desert when it comes to retail. Oh, but you know what? In recent years, since the Vancouver house went up, you do have shopping over here. I think it's Fresh Street Market, a couple of restaurants, cafes. So not the food desert it once was, actually. So I take that back. Now, this one built in 2004, so it's newer, less worrisome than a 30-year-old building, but we are 22 years old still. Built by Concert Properties, they are a great developer. And to justify this price, this $1 million price tag, honestly, the only way you're justifying it is based on the view and the scarcity of that waterfront location. You're paying a massive premium for that. And this one says it's on the quiet side of the building, I saw too. West facing, 2 bed and flex, 2 bath, features, 8.5 ceilings, hardwood floor ceiling windows, kitchen offers gas cooktop. We like gas cooktops, or I do. Island with bar, Miele dishwasher, washer dryer, open concept, yada yada yada. EV parking ready. Amenities, you got some great amenities: fitness room, hot tub, social lounge, outdoor patio barbecue, and fireplace for outdoor gatherings. So lots going on here, lots of good stuff. And I think it's got central AC too. Sorry, I'm going to go quickly back. Yeah, you got AC. High strata fees though, $745 a month for 872 square feet. That's a lot. And I think that's going to be based on the amenities you're getting, but also this building, because I remember going in here a couple of years back and the fees were high then too. I think they're just staying ahead of any stuff that's going to come down. So you're probably not going to have to pay a special levy here. They're probably saving for it proactively. So here's your smaller island. But like I said, it's a smaller place. At least you have an island. All right, let's look at the floor plan. You're going to enter here. You got your L-shaped kitchen with the island. We like that. Fireplace, which, just trying to look. Electric fireplace. I don't love electric fireplaces. I'd probably just take that out myself. Balcony over here. You got a smaller bedroom in the middle, 9 by 10. Here's your coat closet though. Closet for the bed. Flex room, 6 by 6.4 or so. That's decent. I wonder what this space is all about. That's good enough for an office though. I think you can make it work. And there's your laundry. Primary bed's quite big, 18 feet. Although, is that your 18 feet there? And really it's like 12 by 12. That's what it looks like to me. And you got a bathroom with a tub here and a bathroom with... What is that? I've never seen this marking on a floor plan before. I would assume it's a shower, because that's typically how it is. Tub with the primary, shower with the other bathroom. So continuing on, let's see, we got our kitchen. Okay, the island looks bigger than it did in the other photo here, but that could be trickery. Here's your gas range, right? A lot of this does look sort of 2004 vintage. Okay, the fireplace doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I'll probably keep it. That one looks okay. Although that might be edited in there. We do that sometimes. Views, good. Water, good. There's a little breakfast table. Great. Love it. Nice and bright. I'm pretty sure that's edited in there. No, I'm not that sure, actually. Sorry, I have a thing for fireplaces. I love a fireplace. Particularly a gas one. I don't like an electric one. In fact, I took the electric one out of my place and I put in an ethanol fireplace, which I'm happy I did, but it comes with its own drawbacks. That was a Murphy bed in the second bedroom that they're using as an office. Sorry, let's take a... Still got a nice view. Here's your shower. Yeah, it was just a weird, funky marking on that second bathroom. Primary bedroom. There's your ensuite off the primary, washer dryer. So everything's a little bit older in this one, right? It's a little dated, but that's okay. This looks like the social spots, the amenity places, and pool table. It looks quite good. And this must have been really premium, and it's 2004 a day. That's a great hot tub. Right? There you are right here. And all of the West End at your doorstep. Pretty nice. So that's a great spot. It's a little compact for, I think I'd rather have the 1,200 square feet, but maybe the quietness of this one would actually make it more of a winner if I was thinking about buying for myself. But you know what? These maintenance fees of $745 a month are what kill it for me. Because it's not a lot of square footage. This is like, it's not double what the townhome one was, but maintenance fee, but that's pretty high. And I think you could probably get another, if you had half that of maintenance fees, you'd be able to maybe borrow another 50 grand on your mortgage. So I don't know. To each their own. It's a matter of how much you value that water view. Okay, and don't forget about the aquatic center going up, getting rebuilt across the street. Let's go to False Creek. I love False Creek. False Creek is like it's like Yaletown, but 15 years newer, right? Because Yaletown was sort of like early to mid 90s it was built out, and then Olympic Village was in False Creek was built out for the 2010 Olympics in Vancouver. And that's specific to this building here, the Brook at the Village on False Creek, built in 2010, so just in time for the Olympics. Sold for $992,000. Maintenance fees on this 819 square feet. Again, it's the smallest of our units. Still pretty high maintenance fees there at $615, but it comes with a lot of stuff. So let's just see where it is, because we're paying for a premium location again. We're on First and Columbia. Now, First isn't that bad for busyness. I think it's Second Avenue that's really the busy and one that you wouldn't want to be facing. First is not so bad. So you're right here, just off the park, and you got the seawall right here, and you got the SkyTrain just over here. You have another SkyTrain right here. Like, this is just uber walkable. Hyper connectivity maybe is the word I'm going to use here. So premium location. I would much rather live in Olympic Village than Yaletown if I had the choice myself. So okay, this one comes, we haven't really talked about the parking in the last couple of them. Let's just have a quick rip through the parkings, because you gotta know what you're getting. Okay, that one's got one parking at the Alvar. The other one's got one parking. It looks like they both have a locker. And the townhome, it had one parking as well. So everybody's got one parking here and a locker the whole way through. Right. So renovated in September 2025. So brand new renovation here. We didn't really look a lot at property taxes, but I mean, look at this compared to the house in East Van. It's almost $3,300. The taxes on the land on Wall Street were like almost $7,000. So that's just for context. You got 2 storage lockers. A second storage locker is probably a pretty nice thing to have in False Creek, because this is like an area where buyers are going to be like high income people that are hyper active. They're probably tech workers or something like that, high income people. And they're going to value that hyper connectivity and fitness above all else, which is great if you want to live in this place, because you've also got access to the Gold Medal Club. I think it's listed down here. The Gold Medal Club with pool, gym, sauna, steam, and yoga. So you got nice amenity package, which is what those maintenance fees are going towards as well. Let's get into it. I know you just want to see the pictures here. Another, I don't know, it says none for fireplace. That looks like an electric fireplace to me, but we'll click through and see. Okay, so gas range. We like a gas range. Nice white finishes, done for very mass appeal. Looks like you are, what way are you facing on this? Maybe we'll get a floor plan. There's the building. It's a little balcony you got. Okay, so you're facing east, and you get a bit of north. So maybe like northeast. So you're not getting the water views, but you are getting a bit of mountain, science world. Right, this is a very compact place, but I'm going to hazard to call it well designed. Let's see as we continue to navigate through. You're going to get great morning light here. This one, I know it said it had great appliances here. I think it was like Miele and Wolf, so good brand names. Does look like might be a gas fireplace. Okay. Yep, great. Lots of windows, so we're a corner unit. That's nice to have. Nice light floors. This is a great mass appeal property. Like, I'm not surprised somebody bought this. I wonder how fast it sold. Double sinks. Love a double sink. Would kill for one in my own home. Just shower. What's that big closet? That is going to be... I think that's your second bedroom. Maybe it's got a Murphy bed in it. We'll check the description. There's the bathroom for it. Smaller washer dryer. Here's your Gold Medal Club facilities. Nice pool. Nice sauna. And super convenient location, right? Great location. Let's see, what was I trying to find here? Wide plank, Benjamin, blah, 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 sweeping views, Miele, Sub-Zero quartz, unwound gold. Doesn't say anything about a Murphy bed, so I'm not sure what we got. Bedroom, 10'2" by 8'10". Primary bedroom, 9'4" by 9'9". So very small bedrooms here. That's going to be a bit of a bummer on it. But like I said, it's only 819 square feet. So, you know, what you have really with all these properties is 3 strategies for spending your money, right? I'm just going to put them all on a map for you so we can see where they all are relative to one another. There's our house on Wall Street. Over here is our building, the Alvar, which is the one with the water views, 1005 Beach. Then you've got the one in Yaletown that I like, the big 1,200 square foot one that might be a bit close to the road. There's our False Creek unit that we just looked at the Brook. And there's that townhome on Knight Street. So what you got? You got 212 Davie Street. That is Parkview Gardens, 1,200 square feet. It is the lowest price per square foot and what I think is the best value buy here. But that's because the age discount is 30 years old. Then you got the Alvar, 1005 Beach. And really you're getting waterfront, but it's 872 square feet, and what you're paying for maybe some of those luxury finishes and the amenities and that premium location. It's got the highest maintenance fee too. I think it was $745, something like that. And then you've got False Creek, the Brook, 181 West 1st Avenue. It's the newest with the highest end renovation. You get the Gold Medal Club, you get the hyper proximity to transit and the seawall and all those retail amenities of Olympic Village, but you're paying for it with the smallest size and the highest price per square foot. And then when we come to Knight Street, you're getting tons of great stuff. You're getting a townhome that's the newest out of everything here, but you're on a really busy street. And for me, I think that just sinks it. And then on Wall Street, you've got that house. Now, you're getting a house, you're getting the land, you're getting the high property taxes that come with it and all the maintenance that you're going to have to worry about. But you are master of your own domain by owning the land, albeit a smaller plot that maybe one day you could come together with your neighbors and turn into like a small boutique apartment building or maybe some kind of multiplex or townhome thing. It is right on that corner. So those are 5 different properties that you can buy in Vancouver for $1 million. I think only one of them was $995. If we go back, let's just... $1,000,000, $999, $999, so that's $1,000,000, $995, $1 million. Oh yeah, and then West 1st, the Brook was $992. So just goes to show you what $1 million can get. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wanted to see some actual home tours of properties that I've brought to the market and sold, you can click that playlist right there. There's some great tours in there, give you maybe a better tour than a click through some pictures. And I'll be doing more videos like this. For the screen share ones for North Van, we'll probably do areas like Burnaby and Port Moody, and if you got somewhere you want me to do, or a price range you want me to do, please put it in the comments. Would love to hear from you and get some ideas of where you guys want to see me show you behind the curtains with the MLS here. If you never want to miss another one of these videos again, just subscribe.